Entrepreneurship is a complex term which is often defined simply as running your own business, but it is much broader than the creation of a new business venture. So, in this video, we will discuss about the development of the startups under the British rule. But before that, if you like this video, please share it with your group and your family. Entrepreneurship has been described as the capacity and willingness to develop, organize and manage a business venture along with any of its risks in order to make a profit. According to Shumter, an entrepreneur is a person who is willing and able to convert a new idea or invention into a successful innovation. The evolution of the Indian entrepreneurship can be traced back to even as early as Rig Veda, when metal handicrafts existed in the society, which suggests that handicrafts entrepreneurship in India was as old as the human civilization itself and was nurtured by the craftsmen as a part of their duty towards the society. Thus, from the immemorial till the earlier years of the 18th century, India enjoyed the prestigious status of the Queen of the international trade with the help of its handicrafts. In the 17th century, the advent of so many business companies like Portuguese, Dutch, British and French at west coast of India established the business depots called Vakhar in India. Unfortunately, so much prestigious Indian handicraft industry, which was basically a cottage and a small sector, declined for various reasons, which we can discuss. The very first reason could be disappearance of the Indian royal courts who patronized the crafts earlier. Imposition of heavy duties on the imports of the Indian goods in England. Low-priced British-made goods produced on large scale, which reduced the competing capacity of the product of the Indian handicrafts. Another reason could be the development of transport in India, facilitating the easy access of British products even to far-flung remote part of the country. One more reason could be the unwillingness of the Indian craftsmen to adapt to the changing tastes and needs of the people. After the death of Aurangzeb, the emperors of Mughals declined and battles started among the foreign companies for the monopoly and adopt the rule in India. Finally, after some decisive wars like Battle of Plassey in 1757 and Battle of Buxar in 1767, the East India Company established its supremacy over India. And manufacturing entrepreneurship in India emerged as the latent and manifest consequence of East India Company's advent in India. The company injected various changes in the Indian economy through export of raw materials and import of finished goods in India. The company established its first shipbuilding industry in Surat. In 1677, Manji Dhanji was given a contract for building the first large gunpowder mill in Bombay for East India Company, and also a Parsi foreman of a gun factory belonging to the company established a steel industry in Bombay in 1852. On the basis of these facts, it can be stated that the East India Company made some contribution towards entrepreneurial growth in India, but whether the company did it deliberately for the growth of entrepreneurship in India, or it was just a coincidence that people came in contact with the company and entered the manufacturing, nothing can be said with certainty. The actual emergence of manufacturing entrepreneurship can be noticed in the second half of the 19th century. After the revolt of 1857 by the manifesto of Queen Victoria, the rule of East India Company was terminated and the power went in the hands of British Parliament. Ranchhod Lal Chota Lal set up a textile mill in 1861 at Ahmedabad, and Naurozji Wadia opened his textile mill in Bombay in 1880. The credit for expansion of textile industries up to 1915 goes to the Parsis. Out of 96 textile mills existing in 1915, 41 were set up by the Parsis. The Swadeshi campaign provided a proper seedbed for inculcating and developing nationalism in the country. Due to the campaign of Swadeshi, Jamshedji Tata named his first mill as Swadeshi Mill. The second wave of startup growth in India began after the First World War. Government agreed to discriminating protection to certain industries, even requiring that companies receiving its benefits should be registered in India with rupee capital and have a proportion of their directors as Indians. The emergence of managing agency system can be traced back to 1936. The credit for this initiation goes to an Indian, Dwarkanath Tagore, who encouraged others to form joint stock companies and invented a distinct method of management in which management remained in the hands of the firm or the trust rather than of an individual. Now we will discuss some factors affecting the development of entrepreneurship in India before and after independence. The very first factor would be the acquaintance of Indians with the Western culture, knowledge and technology. Arrival of Industrial Revolution and technical inventions in India. Educational reforms by the British rule like Wood's Dispatch of 1854. Reforms by Lord Dalhousie like Railway in 1853 and Postal Department in 1854. The Swadeshi Campaign of 1905. The awareness about the independence and economical independence. And lastly, the impact of English literature was a major cause of startup industry development after independence. Thanks for watching this video and please subscribe my channel for latest updates.